Hello, welcome to the Sabres Beerleaguers podcast about our beloved Buffalo Sabres. Sean and Jake here from your Beer League Benchwarmers. So we're not going to do a lot of hockey talk today. Jake and I are doing the thing that we've been wanting to do for a little while now and doing our all-time Buffalo Sabres draft. So we're going to draft players, full roster, 4 lines, the 3D, 2 goalies, and have a couple bench players from Sabres that have played throughout the franchise throughout history. So I have graciously won the toss or the spin for the first pick. So that being said, I'm going to take Dominic Hasek.
Damn it. I was going to take him. All right. That means I should easily take John Scott as my... Gilbert Perreault.
All right. That's a solid pick.
It was 1A, 1B, but I wanted fucking Hasek.
Before we get too far into this, I just realized I don't have somebody on my roster. It's because I already forgot that he played for the Sabres, but I don't even have Jack Eichel down here.
When I was going through and picking players out, he kept on coming up in my head. And I picked some players that are not as good as Jack Eichel, but I picked them over Jack Eichel just to spite him.
Now I'm getting another phone call from work. They're probably saying, change the plans. We're working Saturday. Something dumb. Voicemail that shit. All right.
Oh, yeah.
My next pick. I mean, it's only fitting. It's only fitting. I'm going to take my boy, Patty LaFontaine.
Yeah. Knew that was coming. I will take Rick Martin.
There you go. All right. Jake's got 2 of the French connection. Do I steal his thunder?
That's a thing? That's a thing?
Do I steal his thunder and take Mr. Rene Robert? But I won't. Because I'm going to take...
your boy's boy.
Yeah. You're right. I'm going to take Alexander McGillney.
Mm-hmm. These first few rounds are going to be pretty predictable.
Right?
Yeah, I'll finish the French connection with Rene Robert.
There you go. I mean, those guys played pretty well together for a while, so it's not bad.
They did all right. Before we keep moving on, sorry. We are basing this off of their Sabres career, right? You're not going to take Craig Anderson because he's one of the more winningest goalies, but he only played 1 season with the Sabres.
Yeah, right? I'm only going off Sabres.
Okay.
That's how I was doing it.
That's what I figured, but I just wanted to clarify.
I mean, there's a couple guys that had decent careers with the Sabres who went on to have great careers.
Yes.
I don't know if I would
particularly take. Fuhrer isn't known as a Sabres great. He's known as an Oilers great.
Right? Like Tom Barrasso, he may have won the Rookie of the Year with the Sabres, but then he went on to win 2 cups with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So,
I don't. You're still good here, but.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just clarifying. Craig Anderson was probably the easiest one because he's played fucking 30 years before he got to us.
Right. All right.
All right, you're up.
Who do I have as my other forward to close out the other side? I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to take... I don't know. Who do I want there on that line with them? Because I don't even remember who played there. But I'm going to go... I'm going to go with the stab. I'm going to take Dave Anderchuk.
Mm-hmm. That's who I would have taken. I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Danny Gare.
There you go. I like that one. That's a good pick. All right. Well, I'm going to take my first defenseman, and I'm going to take Phil Housley.
Oh, good pick.
I mean, he was pretty good. Not a great coach, but
no. I'll keep on the forward. I'll go down loose.
oh, there you go. Another solid guy. All right. So, Jesus Christ. All right, I understand. Everybody's freaking out about work. I'm not even gonna look at them. All right. I'm gonna take a forward here. The guy that was in some epic commercials back in the day in Western New York for Tops, known for shooting a tuna can into a shopping cart. But I'm gonna take Michael Pekka.
Ooh. See, it came down to Loose or Pekka for me.
I don't know, I was always a big fan of Pekka.
Oh, yeah. He's doing a good job. Good work down in Rochester right now, too.
Yep. Unfortunately, they were knocked out last night, but
yeah, swept. They blew lead. Triple overtime.
I saw.
I'll finish off my second line with Craig Ramsey.
There you go. That's a good one, too. He was definitely on my list. I like that one. All right. So I got playing with Michael Pekka. But I'm going to take Miroslav Shatan.
That was kind of my dark horse. Like
that Russian.
He was so good. Was he Russian? I thought it was like Czech.
Well, Slovakian. That's like they're all the same.
Yeah,
that's all a fucking former territory of fucking Russia.
I'm gonna take my first defenseman in Bill Hyatt.
Ooh, there you go. I forget about him.
He was really good.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. All right, Jesus Christ, boys. Not time for your buzzing.
Ain't got time for that. Do you have any before too? Do we have any current Sabres on your possible draft?
Possibly, not officially yet.
Okay. Yeah, I got some prospects that are current Sabres. You are up, good sir.
All right. I'm just trying to remember if this guy was what position he played. I mean, technically, it doesn't matter. So he's still.
I will say I did try to keep center at center, winger, right winger, right winger.
Okay.
I tried my best. There are going to be times where it's like, all right, I'll take a center and I'll just put him at a wing or something like that.
Right.
Because I had a hard time finding left wingers that I liked.
Same here. All right. So, who do I want playing on the right wing with Pekka and Shatan? Who was there? We're going to wait on this guy because I have a feeling he might still be there. There goes my TV. I really don't know who to take here. So we're gonna go back. Gonna go back to
7.
We're gonna go back to the defense where I know I can rely on that. And I'm gonna take Mr. Staph Infection himself, Jay McKee.
Damn it.
Which, before we get too far into that, he was on after the whistle with those guys, and he was telling his story. And I didn't know the whole story about his staph infection, of how bad it was.
Yeah, he almost lost his leg.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that
Yeah.
bad. Like he was
Oh,
hospitalized and like his leg was on fire. And they said, if you wouldn't have gotten here any sooner, we would have had to cut your leg off. I'm like, what? That's fucking crazy. So, because he was like, I want to play. Nah, man, you're going to lose your leg.
Yeah, it was some scary stuff. Like he came really close to losing his leg, and he still just is like, all right, do something with it. Like I want to work. I want to go. I got to go to work, pretty much. But, yeah. All right. So he took McKee. I should probably finish my top pairing. I'll go with the other Ramsey, Mike Ramsey.
There you go. He was my other defenseman that I was thinking about taking. That's a good pick. Mr. Gold Medal himself.
That's right.
All right. I figured out who I'm rounding off with Pekka and Shatan.
All right.
I'm going to put Donald Audette there.
Ooh, his name popped up so many times. I was like, oh man, Audie, like I want you, but I don't want you at the same time. I already have Tappy. I'm gonna go with Mr. Can't hit the net, but when he does, he scores. Alexei Zhitnik.
Oh man, I had him too. He was my other fucking D guy I was thinking about. That's a solid pick.
Couldn't hit the net, but man, when he did.
Quick story about him. So my ex, her stepmom used to work at the Buffalo Brew Pub there on Main Street in Williamsville there. And Zhitnik used to come in with his dad and his girlfriend, and they would speak Russian to each other. And the only thing that they would say to the bartender was vodka. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
He knows what he likes.
Yep. All right. So we're going to work on, I know the third line's supposed to be your checking line, but it's not going to be the
whatever.
case.
This is
not going to be the case for me.
Scoring.
Right. So I'm going with Mr. General Manager of the New York Rangers and taking Chris Drury.
Fuck you. All right. I'll take before you take him, you take the fucking best goalie tandem in the world. I'm taking Ryan Miller.
I was gonna say, do I want to be a dick and steal Miller from you?
I mean, I would have.
There's still a couple good ones out there.
Yeah, there is. Linus Allmark is tied for 10th in wins in Sabres history.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't think he played enough to even be.
Right. I was thinking the same thing. I just played fucking 5 seasons first if he qualified. Healthy season.
You have to play like a season, like a full season.
Right. All right. So who am I putting there on the wing with him? So why don't we do this? Throw Mr. Roll the highlight film, Maxim Afinogenov.
He was the last forward that I wrote down, and I don't know how. Like I just forgot about him. All right.
See, I liked him, but he was always, another Russian that never liked to pass the puck. It's like, but he had the talent and the skill to be able to carry the puck in and do things with it.
His transition game and offensive game was second to none, but he was liability defensively, and
big time.
He was pretty one-dimensional, but he was very good at that one dimension.
Yep.
All right, my next pick is I'm taking my guy Pominville.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. There you go.
Yeah, taking him. But I was looking at like people's lists and all of that. Like they have him like top 10 Sabre of all time, and it's like I know he was really good, top 10 skater. Goalies kind of bump him out, but it's like damn, like I guess it's crazy to think.
Right. That's not a bad pick. All right. Who do I want on the other side?
Welcome to the other side.
So, who's another guy from that era that was pretty solid?
From Richard
Like
Drury.
the Drury, yeah.
There's a lot of players.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of guys there. There's a lot of guys that are going to be like, oh man, I could have taken him. Oh, I could have taken him. Oh, I could have taken him.
Mm-hmm.
You took Pominville. See, I didn't even write down Pominville because I knew you were going to take him. So
if you took him, I probably would have cried.
But
maybe
with that being said, I'm going to take. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm taking Thomas Vanek.
Oh, man. Damn.
It's pretty good.
$50
million man.
I'm going to take Pominville centerman. Mr. I don't even know what management position he's in and what team he's in. I think it's in Philly still. Is Danny Greer.
Yeah, he's like assistant hockey operations or something. Which is a solid pick. Not bad at all.
God, you're taking all my left wingers.
I'm sorry.
I'm really screwed. I'm gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel over this. And there's gonna be people that are like, "Why didn't you take this guy?" And I was like, "Oh, forgot about that guy."
Right? Exactly. It's like, oh shit, I forgot about him. Oh, I didn't even think about him. Or oh, what about yeah? All right. So my next pick, I'm gonna take a defenseman. And I'm gonna take Mr. Campbell's soup man there, Brian Campbell.
Ah, dang it.
Do it. Just do it.
I don't know. I'm looking at my left winger. I got two names. I have two spots on left wing, but who do I want to take?
Oh, excuse me.
I'm having a really hard time with this. I will take. God damn it. I guess I'll take Jeff Skinner. I left wing on that Greer.
There you go.
Line.
Not bad. Guy that can put the puck in the net.
Yeah, the other two can dish it to him.
There you go. There you go. You got a current Sabre.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. It's not necessarily I have faith in him. It's I have less faith in the other guy, who I still might take. I have so many right wingers that I want to take or centermen that I want to take.
Right, dude? Which I was thinking about taking your boy.
My
But
other boys.
I'm going to hold off. But I'm going to go down a dark horse on my next pick. And I'm going to take Dale Howardchuk.
Ooh, I didn't even write him down.
Traded for him with Phil Housley. They had a pretty solid career here with the Sabres. I mean, shit, 1990-91, he had 31 goals and 58 assists for 89 points. Not bad.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was. definitely good.
I mean,
I
I don't know if he ever
found
had this the type of stats he had when he was out in Winnipeg, because he tore it up in the 80s, but he was always second to none because he was in the same division with Gretzky and Messier and what's his name there. So
sorry, I'm down to 2 guys.
you're good.
Defense. I'm trying to pick which one I want. Just because he had more of a career in Buffalo, I'm gonna go with the smelly man, Richard Schmelik.
There you go. That's a good one. I forget about him.
Schmelly.
All right. I am going to take another D man myself. And technically, I could put him at forward also.
Ooh, I think I know who it is.
But I'm going to put him at D. Mr. Lindy Ruff.
Coach. Yep.
I mean, he's a tough guy, but he can still produce. He said played pretty well defense. And he, went on to have a pretty decent coaching career too.
I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna finish my 4th line centerman up. I'm gonna go Pierre Turgeon.
Dude, it was either between him or Howard Chuck. That's who it was between.
Good call. Good fucking pick.
Yeah.
Yep. It was literally, I had to decide. I had to look up real quick to see what Howard Chuck was, if he was a center or a winger. And it was between him and Pierre Turgeon. That's a good fucking pick.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it a lot.
All right. All right. I need 2 more wingers, 2 more defensemen, a goalie, and a couple bench guys. He's gone. Who do we want playing with Dale Howardchuk? So we're going to go out. I'm probably going to put him at the wing. But we're going to take a shot and hope he stays fucking healthy. But I'm going to take Tim Connolly.
He's good. He was. I was looking at him, but I already had so many centermen.
Right.
Where it's like, do I need more? Probably not.
I mean, there's like a couple other centers that I'm like, oh man, I could take him. Oh, I could take him. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. So on my 4th line, right wing. Oh, I want to take my guy so badly, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take Mike Foligno.
Dude, it was literally, I was just looking at him too. Good pick. So maybe I should take your guy.
That's nice.
I'm going to take, oh no, he was a left wing. Darn.
Who?
Andrew Peters.
Oh. They were talking about my guy, and I was like, he was not a left wing. He was right wing.
No, I know.
My first love.
I know. Ooh, I might take Marc-Andre Grignani.
I mean, I would.
or Cody McCormick or Luke Adam or Brad Boys.
Right, boys. Plenty of options there.
Yeah.
Steve Bernier.
Steve Ott. Which that guy wasn't bad, but I don't know if I want to take him.
Steve Ott?
No, not him. I don't know who to take here. I don't know.
You're looking at left wing?
Right wing.
Or right wing? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got 3 more that I'd be perfectly fine taking.
I mean, I do too. I just did
2
he
are
play?
locker room guys.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take this guy. We're gonna go with Mr. Backhand himself on the shootout, Alesh Kodalik.
Lesh Kodalik. Oh shit. He didn't even make my list. Oh fuck, man.
I was always a big fan of him. I always knew when he was in the shootout too. We're like, oh, here comes the fucking backhand.
And it worked every time.
It did.
Where's 90% of the time? All the time. I don't like this pick, but just to finish my 4th line left wing up, taking Jochen Hesh. He's not bad, but like I'm just not the biggest fan of him.
We didn't like him. I'm surprised you didn't take. That was for left wing.
Left wing, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going. Oh, I just need defense now. So I'm gonna take Darlene.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised.
So there you go. I got an active Sabre too.
I'm gonna go now with I'll do defense as well because my forwards are already correct.
Who was that?
Jerry Korab.
All right. There you go.
I'm doing so many. I have so many windows up that my video is so grainy because I'm using so much internet.
I know. That's why I got it going on my iPad, but I turned the Wi-Fi off. All right. I need a couple bench guys, another D-man, and a goalie. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take a bench guy. But I'm going to have another forward here that'll help out and fill in for injuries. But I'm going to take Derek Roy.
Dude, I hated him so badly. But like statistically as a Sabre, he was pretty good.
Right?
All right. I'm gonna go with Mr. Shot Her Around the World, Jason Woolley.
There you go. He was on my list.
He completes my defense.
Solid pick. Who do I want for my defenseman, though? Oh, I didn't realize I'm looking at the Sabres roster from 05-06 with their statistics here on what's the website? Hockey DB.
Yeah.
Danny Briere only played 14 games that year. Or no, sorry, I'm looking at Danny Pyatt. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
But I think he did play a lot more.
No, Danny Briere only played 48 games.
Still did probably 80 some odd points.
He had 58.
Tore up.
Yep. All right. So I need a defenseman. I already took a defenseman from this team. So we're going to take another one. I'm going to take the old man there, Teppo Numminen.
Num-nums.
Yep, Teppo Num-Nums. Mr. Warrior himself.
I'm going to complete my starting lineup by taking my backup goalie, Donnie Edwards.
There you go. It's a good pick.
How many extras are we doing?
Probably have to say do 2 forwards and maybe a D.
Okay.
You're good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a goalie then too. I'm going to take Mr. Intermission there, Marty Baron.
I'm kind of surprised you took him over like Brasso. Yeah,
I mean,
Sabres career.
I did, but Ron's a good locker room guy, good bench guy.
Good bench guy. That's right. Just looking at the goalie stats here. I mean, Brasso had 17 assists.
Damn,
Baron's
Jesus.
5. I mean, Baron had 10 more wins, but played 34 more games than Brasso. 5 more shutouts. But no goalie will ever be as good as Mika Nurnen with the only goalie.
Only goal.
Yep. All right. As my bench guy forward, going with Stu Barnes.
There you go. It's a solid pick. I like it. All right. My other bench guy I'm going to go with. I don't know if we took him or not. Well, I don't know if I want to go with another center. Now that I think about that, I'm going to take Drew Stafford. Uh-oh, he froze.
No, I didn't. Drew Stafford. All right.
I didn't mind Stafford. He wasn't that bad.
Oh man, Mr. Contract Year himself.
Yeah.
On defense, my 7th defenseman will be the guy I got my very first autograph from, and that is James Patrick.
There you go. That's a good pick. That is actually a really good pick.
Yeah, I like him. Got it at the Lockport Mall.
Oh shit. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
really
dating it. All right. Who do I want as my bench defenseman? It's between two.
Irrelevant?
Don't you have one more?
I
So I
have
went
one
first?
more, but
Yeah.
So this is your Mr.
This is my Mr. Irrelevant. Yep. All right. So I'm going to take another. Well, my last bench guy is going to be a D-man. And I'm going to go with. Man, it's between two. Hey Siri.
Who's it? I don't have to take a defenseman, so who's it between?
It's between Tallinder and Dmitry Kalinin.
Ooh. Yeah, I hated Kalinin. He was on my apparently a long list of players I hated. But then I'd watch games and it's like he wasn't that bad.
No, exactly.
He was just not as good as the rest of that, 05 was.
Right.
But
I'm gonna take Tallinder.
Yeah, I probably would too.
I was a big fan of him.
Oh man.
His first go around. I mean, his second go around, he was all right, but his first go around was great.
Man, my Mr. Relevant is down to those three guys, those three wingers I was talking about earlier.
It's still surprised you haven't taken your boy.
Well, it's because of the competition he's in. So I'll give you, since you're done, it's between my boy JP Dumont, who between the three has way more points than the other two do. But then there's Rob Ray, who is Razor.
It's Razor.
And then there's Mike Greer.
Ah, dude, I had him too. I had him. I was like, he was
like all those Sabres. They always said like he had just as much of an impact as the captains did.
Yep, that's what I heard. And you hear guys talk about him to this day, like he was one of the big influences in that locker room when they made that push in 05-06. I mean, fuck, I still remember in game one of the Ottawa series where we won 5-6 and he stole the puck in the middle of the zone and fed Drury for that overtime winner right at the start of overtime. I always remember that. Still had the picture of Greer tackling him on the side right at the boards.
So based on the reason for this draft is the greatest Sabre of all time, right? Or Sabres all-time draft or whatever.
Yep.
For that purpose, I took Rob Ray.
There you go. I mean, he's iconic. Everybody knows Rob Ray.
Right. Everybody knows him. He might eventually get his number retired.
I think he should. For how much he's done with the organization after his career, too.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, he's been in broadcasting with them now for 15 years. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I had no idea until the Generette ceremonies.
Yeah, either did I. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's crazy that's been that long.
Yeah, I don't feel like it. I think I broke Grace's pen.
Oh. So you want to do a quick rundown again of who we took?
Yeah, sure. You can go first.
All right. So I'll go with my forwards first. So my starting line, we got Pat LaFontaine centering Alexander McGillney and Dave Anderchuk. Not a bad line there.
Not at all.
Some potential 100-point guys there. Then we got Michael Pekka centering Miroslav Shatan and Donald Audette. Again, like that one. And then we got change of a little bit of an arrow. We got Chris Drury centering Thomas Vanek and Maxim Afinogenov. All right. And then we got a little bit of a weird combination here with Dale Howardchuk centering. I've got Connolly playing the wing with Alesh Kotelik. And then defense, I got Housley and McKee, Campbell and Ruff, Darlene and Teppo Noonan. And then my goalies are Hasek and Baran, which they played together. And then my bench guys, we got Derek Roy, Jake's laughable one, and Drew Stafford, and good old Hendrik Toledo.
Oh, Drew Stafford. Buddy of mine that I worked with, he was best friends with Drew Stafford.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Friends with him. George Peros, too. Ex-NHL enforcer.
Yeah, the NHL player safety guy.
Yeah. Owner of the Violent Gentlemen Club. All right. Give me a second. For my lineup, I have my cats are playing with the garbage I just missed. I have the French Connection with Rick Martin, Gilbert Pro, and Rene Robert.
There you go.
I got Don Luce centering Danny Gare and Craig Ramsey. I have Danny Britt, one of the other, in my opinion, probably the second best line in Sabres history. And Danny Briere, Jason Palmville. It would be Jochen Hesch, but it's Jeff Skinner on that line. But Briere, Palmville, and Hesch I thought was like the second best line.
Oh yeah, that line was dominant.
So yeah, I have Greer centering Palmville and Skinner, and then I have Pierre Turgeon centering Mike Foligno, not Marcus, Mike.
Yep. The father.
And Jochen Hesch. I have on defense, I got Mike Ramsey, Bill Hyatt. I have Alexei Zhitnik and Richard Schmelik, Jerry Korab, and Jason Woolley. I have at goalies, I have Ryan Miller starting in front of Mr. Edwards. And my extras, I have Mr. Stu Barnes and Rob Ray on forward. And then James Patrick as my 7th defenseman.
They're not bad rosters.
Not bad.
We did have some good guys.
My left wing's my weak side.
Right. And there has been some good guys through Sabres history.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one article I was reading, was talking about how even though we don't have a Stanley Cup, there's definitely been its fair share of memorable players that have gone through the league.
Yep. I agree on that. Someday maybe we'll be chanting glory.
I would like to think so, at least.
Yeah. Who knows? On the bright side, maybe we're going in the right direction, but we say this every week.
Yeah, and then eventually you got to go through Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I don't see anybody beating them as long as Andre Vasilevsky's alive.
Best playoff goalie
dude is
of all
insane.
time.
Yeah. I think he just passed Brodeur and some guy for Montreal from the 40s for shutouts or wins and clinching games or something, or I think it was shutouts. He's got 11 in clinching games.
That's crazy.
They've won 10 consecutive rounds now. The record is 19 that the Islanders had when they won 4 in a row, and then the next year they won 4 in a row, and then the next year they lost in the finals to Edmonton.
And Mike Bossiera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll get to 19. That's a lot.
Right? Pat Maroon might
you never know. Huh?
Said Pat Maroon might get there. He's on 13 right now.
He knows how to pick them.
You're right.
There's for sure.
It's just crazy to think, though. Zach Bogosian might get another Stanley Cup.
I'd rather he get it than like Vander Kane.
Oh, I agree. Which he's fucking tearing it up.
He's still really good.
Yep.
No, if McDavid wasn't doing as good as he's doing, probably Kane would be talks with Conn Smythe. Well, and then obviously Vasilevsky as well.
Yeah. And then, I mean, McKinnon had a hell of a game last night. Even though they lost, he had a hat trick. Yeah.
Hat trick. Kane's got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Something else, man.
All right.
Something else.
At least it's been somewhat of entertaining playoffs, other than a couple of games there or snooze fests.
Yeah. No, they've been very competitive. For sure.
But I did want to leave you on this note. So we were talking our prior episode about armchair GM and moving players and making players and signing players and doing stuff. So I know we had talked separately about Tage Thompson. Do you take the gamble on him and lock him up now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, he's young. He
might
is
get
a piece of the trade that you wanted. Well, you wanted somebody else. You wanted, who was it? Thomas, I think it was.
Yeah, Robert Thomas.
Yeah, Rob Thomas. We wanted a whole Matchbox 20. But anyways, the trade you made with Ryan O'Reilly, he was the piece of it. It wasn't Berglund and it wasn't Sobotka. It was him. So I know that wasn't Kevin Adams. That was
Is that Botterill?
Botterill? Yeah. But I can't I can't see another player that you on this team right now that you'd want to commit to long term besides him. On forward, on defense, you could take Pickett down, or Owen Power. I'm sure after this year, but as far as a forward goes, it's hard not to choose him to be your key piece moving forward.
What do you think for a price? I mean, I know we're saying we want to lock him up now. Hopefully that he signs it so he doesn't have another stellar year going into his contract year and wanting more money, like we get backed into a corner. Like, I'm not saying he's going to demand money like a Jeff Skinner move, wanting $9 million, but would you throw 6?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If he took 6, that'd be a steal. I'm thinking like 7, 8 in that realm. I just, if I was him, that's exactly what I'd be using. I'd be using Skinner and be like, listen, like, I give you a little bit more than him, and you're paying him 9.
Right.
I'm younger than him. I play a harder position at center than him.
And potentially still the best years of his career to come.
Exactly. So
He's at that prime age.
If I was Adams, I would start at 7. I mean, I probably wouldn't even give him 6. I feel like that'd be almost insulting.
Right.
But if I was Tage, I'd probably be starting at 8. Just the way the league is nowadays.
Right. I mean, I'd love to get him locked up and know that we're good with him for the next at least 5-6 years.
I would think a 5-year deal. 5-year average of $7 million is what I'd give him, and then kind of start negotiating from there.
Right. Because on the time that contract would kick in, Okposo's contract would be coming off the books.
Exactly.
You still have a little bit more money to play with, so wouldn't be so bad. Which I still think
4.5, 5.
Yeah, which I still think they'll bring him back if he decides.
Yeah,
he
they'll
wants
bring him
to come
back at like $1.5 million, $2 million, or something like that.
Yep.
Be a lot more cap friendly of a contract.
Yeah, which I think he'll do in general now.
Yes. Yeah, especially in how involved he is in the community.
Yeah. Which I also think, I know everybody keeps talking about future next captain with Alex Tuck, but I think Okposo is going to be your next captain until he's done as a Sabre.
Yeah, I think if you give him the C, that all but confirms that he'll probably be here for another at least year, maybe even 2 after his contract.
Yep. And I would not be disappointed.
No, like I said, I think he's a great captain. He's got plenty of leadership abilities. He demonstrates it. I mean, even after the tragedies that happened in the community, like he was there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like he had to be there or all the players had to be there. That it was nice to see him.
Well, yeah.
A lot of the other players weren't there, and so it was nice to see him represent the team in a positive light.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, none of that. He's like, I've seen him before out at like community events in general that weren't anything with that. I saw him at the Clarence Fair with his family the one time. I'm like, holy shit, that's Kyle Okposo. It's like, all right. That's just, you know, you always hear these stories of guys that get traded here, get signed here, and they're like, I don't want to go play in Buffalo. It's cold, it's shitty, there's nothing to do. And then you hear stories of these guys that say after they play, they're like, I loved it. The community was the best. The fans were the greatest. The neighborhoods were awesome. It's like these guys live and love.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them stay here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Michael Pekka, he stayed here.
Yeah. Well,
there's a
Craig Rivet. Man, he lived out in California playing for the Sharks, and you know, he only played a couple of years here with the Sabres, but now he's hosts the podcast
when he came here.
Yeah, he absolutely hated it.
About how he did not want to come here.
Yep.
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, is it Richard Schmelik? I think it is, or Woolley, one of the two, have that the kennel out in Williamsville.
That's right. I forgot about
a lot of them have companies out here and businesses. Like that's what they play under their roots here. A lot of players like find their loved ones here. I'm sure a lot of regions could say that.
Right.
But
Oh yeah.
a lot of regions don't start off with as negative of a expectation as
Right.
Western New York does.
Yep. You get a bad name, but you get that bad rap, but guess it grows on you.
That or the alcohol is really good.
That too. Or it's just so close to the border.
Yeah. Yeah, they could run away real quick.
Right. All right. Well, that's all I got. That
Yeah.
draft. That's fun. Just looking at
Yeah,
these rosters, it's like, man, I can imagine what these teams would be like if they were real.
I've seen people do Sabres rosters based off of country. Like best
Ooh.
American Sabres,
Ooh.
best Canadian Sabres. I mean, like they got to the point where like you had some oddball guys being drafted for like the Finland and like those smaller countries.
Right.
You're getting some oddball Sabres being drafted just to fill the rosters. Like I forget who was it. Yaroslav Halak, I think, was drafted.
Oh my god.
The one I saw, and just because he was technically a Sabre for a half hour, I had to fill a roster. I'd be fine doing that for future episodes.
That'd be cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a world tournament or a World Cup roster.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea. Now we're really gonna have to dive deep into that. Who was who?
Oh yeah. To find it, like that one's not like you come up with a Canadian roster and I come up with it. It's we both come up with
right.
We just alternate pick.
We
I don't think there's enough Slovakians to fill 2 Slovakian teams.
Right. We might have to break it up instead of just doing like a Canada roster. Maybe do like a Quebec, like the British one, British Columbia, or yeah, it's like throw
province or whatever.
Quebec is their own team because like you got the whole French connection. They're from Quebec. Danny Briere, Pominville, Marty Veron, all those guys are all from Quebec.
Well, we could find people who have dual citizenship too.
That's true.
Like Derek Roy, like he's got dual citizenship. I think Pominville does too. Actually.
Pominville does too. Yeah.
Yeah, because he did Team USA when he was in juniors.
That's right. All right.
Yeah. No, future episodes.
Yeah. But with that being said, that's our Sabres all-time rosters that we feel are our favorite or that we like. I mean, I'm sure everybody's going to say, what about these guys or who about these?
Oh, yeah. We've missed, I'm sure, so many guys.
Right.
And that's going to bother the hell out of me, too.
All right. It's like, but please let us know on who you guys think that we should have taken instead of so-and-so. And we can tell you why or why we didn't take them. But that's all I got. So thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Adios.